Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Walrum. You're back with another lesson. Lord willing, it be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wahadu Kakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And shalom to the 144,000 men, women, and children of the one-third that will escape the judgment of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Here's got another lesson, World War III. As we enter into World War III, which has already started. This guy right here, his name is Steve Ram. He's on YouTube and Instagram, man. And TikTok. So he keeps you updated on World War III events and also current events. As you see, it says breaking: U.S. gets nuclear threat from Putin. So I brought out yesterday, day before yesterday, about him bringing in the information about the U.S. being behind Ukraine striking inside of Russia. And what was the implication of them striking Russia, man? The Ukraine, I'm speaking, with the U.S. Weapons. So I'm going to let him go into what he has on World War III information update, and we'll go from there.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has issued a new ominous warning to the United States and to NATO about nuclear weapons and World War III. I'm going to be sharing with you the video footage and the articles so you can see it for yourself, but take a look at this quote that came out just a little while ago today. Putin also suggested on Wednesday today that he may soon deploy conventional missiles to areas capable of striking the United States and its allies in retaliation for Western nations sending Ukraine weapons that can be used to strike targets in Russia. And this is all surrounding what has unfolded over the last 48 hours, as Russia is saying that the United States has made a fatal miscalculation in Ukraine. And this comes as Ukraine has struck Russia with U.S.-made missiles. Now, I reported it to you as soon as it came out that it was confirmed that it was a U.S. missile that has hit Russia, this coming from Ukraine, and we had heard Russia say that any nation that provides these long-range missiles to Ukraine, that they would be held accountable. And this is a major policy shift from President Joe Biden and from NATO, as since the war began over the last 2 years, there have been major warnings from the United States to Ukraine not to use U.S.-made missiles, as this could escalate the tensions between NATO and Russia and lead to World War III. And as I mentioned, that has all shifted. And take a look at how quickly things have changed. In the last 48 hours, now NATO is developing a plan to transfer troops in case war with Russia does take place. Russia saying if you defend Ukraine, do not be surprised if you are hit.
So there you have it, man. And this was yesterday, June 5th. This is the information you brought out from yesterday. So World War III has begun. Things are ramping up. They are going to supply the U.S. and NATO's allies with weapons that can strike, even said, in the U.S. So we know that we are on the cusp of World War III breaking out, man. I want to play this video here, man. It's the soldiers in the army, man. And it's things going on behind the scenes, and it's not going to hit mainstream media until it's already going on. Now listen to what this guy's going into.
There's a saying in the military that if they serve you steak and lobster, you're probably going to war soon. It's because they want you to get one more good meal in before you're literally in the trenches. The Air Force just increased their bonus career cap to $360,000. I don't think you understand how significant that number is. We're getting close to $500,000 in bonuses to join the military. And that's not even including your basic pay, allowances for housing, food, cost of living, special assignment pay, per diem, healthcare, benefits. The list goes on and on. Now, does this mean we're going to war sometime soon? I can't speculate. One, because I'm legally not allowed to, especially in uniform. And two, because I have zero insight. In the military, information comes from the top down and on a need-to-know basis. I'm neither at the top or need to know, so I know just as much as you. What I can say is that Uncle Sam is very stingy with his money. So when he starts throwing around $500,000 like it's nothing, that nothing means something. My dad used to say all money ain't good money, and I thought he was a little cuckoo in the head for that, but as I get older, it starts to make a little more sense. I don't know. Food for thought.
Yeah, so he subliminally told you World War III is coming. And we know the prophets of how about Shem Yahushua, starting the apostles of Great Millstone down, who have warned you this was coming. And you shouldn't be surprised that World War III is at the door. and it's going to escalate very, very fast. All the dominoes are set in place to fall. Now I want to play this video, and I want you to listen to what he's saying.
The United States has told Russia that if they detonate a nuclear device, even if it doesn't kill anybody, the U.S. will strike Russian military targets all across Ukraine, destroying all of them. This is according to Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski, who added that he views this to be a credible threat. Now, to provide a little context here, there's been increasing conversation in recent weeks and months about permitting Ukraine to use Western-provided weapons to strike targets inside of Russian territory. In response to that, Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier this week ordered the Ministry of Defense to carry out a series of tactical nuclear drills to, in their words, ensure their forces are prepared to protect the sovereignty of Russia in light of these aggressive statements made by Western officials. So if I had to extrapolate something out of this series of events, it's likely the West, NATO, Poland, the United States, and others signaling to Putin, hey, you might not like it when Western weapons start striking inside of Russia, but when it happens, nuclear is off the table. So keep an eye out. You very well might see ATACMS, Storm Shadows, or others penetrating Russian airspace sometime in the near future.
So you're at the door of thermonuclear destruction. And we know the prophecies, how they're going to unfold, but we're just blowing the trumpet, man, because the Russians are being prepared, man. Their citizens are being prepared for what's coming. World War III has already begun, claims Russian state TV. So they're already saying, this is yesterday. They're saying this on their news, man. And the Americans, Babylonians, man, they have no clue that they're getting prepared for World War III, which the men of the Lord have been prophesying, starting with the apostles, elders, great melts on down, for many years now, man. Now their proxy armies, which is the yellow and blue country, that they have reached the point of they're through, man, and they really basically need to give it up because they're stooping to the level of having people that are basically just cannon fodder. Now check this out, man. And it's to show you that they have reached the lowest point they can reach. And NATO and the U.S. have to step in.
Shows a Ukrainian soldier with Down syndrome named Vokarov nearly causing the entire squad to perish due to a mortar operation mishap. According to Ukrainian media, Ukraine is currently facing shortages not only in ammunition but also in qualified personnel. The video reveals that Vokarov, under the taunting of veteran soldiers, was instructed to operate a mortar. Unfortunately, he loaded the shell incorrectly, almost leading to a catastrophe. Afterward, unaware of his mistake, Vokarov was verbally and physically abused by the veterans, leaving him terrified and crying in the trench.
See, they have reached a point of no credible personnel, man. And while they're building up World War III, they're also building up the next sickness. This is Discovery TV on X. Just in, the World Health Organization warns a new strand of bird flu has jumped to humans with potential for high public health impact. And you see this was yesterday as well, man. So the dominoes are in place, man. And if you don't believe in the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're going to soon find out that the men of the Lord was telling you they was telling you the truth, man. The unadulterated truth. This is over 24 passengers fall ill on United Airlines flight from Vancouver to Houston after cruise. So the sickness is being prepared right before your eyes as well, man. All hell is about to break loose, man. And just as all hell is about to break loose, World War III, the sickness, another pandemic, your financial system is already on the cusp of failing as well. Now check this out.
They're watching you, big dog. They're watching you. And guess
this ain't it. Let me
every one of those
Let me get the original one. I should have been deleted that. I don't know why. I forgot. Let me see. Here you go.
They're watching you, big dog. They're watching.
This same thing. see if I can get it. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me just play this one. Same exact thing. It's a little longer. Let me just play this. Now, let me see if I can find it. I mean, it goes into it. I was going to say that for another lesson. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick to bring this video out, because it fits right into going into. Let's see which one.
They're watching you, big dog. They're watching you.
Let me see, which one is it? One of them is.
They're watching you, big dog. They're watching you.
Oh man.
Saudi Arabia is not renewing the 50-year petrodollar agreement with the United States, and it expires on June 9th, 2024. That's in 5 days. Yeah, so we're talking about BRICS. Yeah, and Sovereign Matt says that explains why the BRICS countries are buying up all the gold in recent months. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, the petrodollar was established in 1974, 3 years after the U.S. abandoned the gold standard. Under the petrodollar agreement, Saudi Arabia agreed to sell oil exclusively in U.S. dollars in exchange for U.S. military security and economic development assistance. Now you know why gold is moving. So yeah, and these BRICS countries are getting away from the U.S. dollar.
So you see it, man. The prophecies are unfolding, and we are also getting to the point where everything is going to fall in place, man. And I'm gonna say this for another video, but I want to get into the scriptures now. Now you've seen everything that is basically on the table of happening very soon. World War III, another sickness, and the dollar crash. Those are the three main prophecies that are near to come to pass. And the plague that we're going to go into today is that thermonuclear destruction that's going to end Babylon the Great, man, in the Edomite's kingdom. This is Zechariah 14 and verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh," listen closely, "their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes." What's going to make the flesh melt and your eyes be consumed in their holes, man? "And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." That's going to be the thermonuclear destruction, man. And 2/3 of our people are going to see that if they don't be judged before the end. But the heathen nations and the heathens are going to feel that here in Babylon the Great, and in the land of the small Salakia. So we're entering into the time of destruction, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. All these events and these prophecies are basically interchangeable with each other, because they're going to happen the same exact time. So we're reaching the point of this plague the Lord is going to send on the heathen, man. One more time. "And this is the plague," and it's like, "and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will smite all the people." Listen to this. "All the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." That's what's going to melt those those individual body parts, man. That's thermonuclear destruction. And they have it in plenty of movies, man. The one, you know what I'm saying, that's famous for it is the Terminator, man. Showing you the destruction is gonna happen, and they're gonna be melted on their feet, man. But standing up on their feet, that thermonuclear destruction is gonna melt those eyes, tongue, your flesh. This is what the plague is. The Lord is gonna send against those that fought against Jerusalem, man. And that's why we preach repentance to our people to return to the Lord, man. Because you the only ones that can be saved from what's coming on the earth. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 11. It says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall threaten, and who shall be utterly beaten to powder at his presence. Because the Lord is bringing this plague, man. This is going to be in the presence of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And also goes into those that took the mark are going to be destroyed with that fire as well, man. Verse 12, it says, the earth quaketh and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. And the fishes thereof also before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and before the glory of his power, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. See that? The Lord is going to cause these men to push the button. The angels are going to be in control of the weapons, man. Those weapons are also the Lord's army, man. And I did lessons on that. The apostles and all the brethren did lessons on that before. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. He's talking about the thermonuclear missiles, man. And shall not miss. See that? When they put the codes in to be shot off, the Lord are going to guide, the angels are going to guide those missiles to the mark. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, see that? The missiles are going to be shot into the ends of the world, from one continent to the other continent, man. Behold, the plagues are sent. See that? The plagues are sent. And that's where we want our people from, man. The plagues the Lord is going to bring on the earth, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth, man. And that missile, the thermonuclear missiles, the thermonuclear destruction are plagues. These are plagues the Lord is going to bring on the earth. This is the plague that we just read in Zechariah. This is the plague the Lord is going to bring on the earth, man. And it's going to be to wipe away Esau's kingdom. This is what we warn you of. And the Lord had them to create these missiles for their judgment, man. The Lord had the Edomites create these missiles. He gave them the technology and the knowledge to make these missiles, to split the atom, to control the judgment of his own self, man. This is Isaiah 54:16. He says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. That's what those missiles are made for, to destroy, man. And Esau used those weapons in Japan, man, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but that was on a low level. That was on a low level, man, because they are still inhabiting that land that they was destroyed, man. When it hits Babylon the Great, it's going to never be inhabited again. It's going to be a desert land, man, with desert creatures here. And those missiles that they have now are 10 times, 100 times more powerful than they was when the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These are intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. It can travel from one part of the earth to even to the other side of the earth. But the Lord used Esau to make the weapons of his own destruction. And those slocking the dang throat. And 2/3 of our people wants to join with Esau, man. The damn fools, man. Because this man's judgment is going to be horrific. This is Isaiah 13. Let me start at verse, just get the point. Verse 4. It says, the noise of a multitude in a mountain, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts mustereth the hosts to the battle. See, the Lord is mustering. He is the leader of all the armies, man. He is controlling all the armies. He's mustering. He's basically putting the spirit on Esau to go against Esau, man. NATO against Russia. He's building up the war for his pleasure, man. For his for his warfare, man. Because the Lord is the Lord of armies, man. Let's get that real quick. Now I'll come right back. Which we should already know this by heart. But we always got to get it for new viewers. This is Exodus 13. I mean, not 13. Exodus 3 and verse 15. It says, not 13. 15 and 3. 15 and 3. Salah. I got 3 and 15. 15 and 3. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a man of war. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is his name. See, the Lord is a man of war. That's why he's mustering the host to the battle. He's getting these nations prepared to fight. And he's using the Babylonians, which are the Americans, to poke the bear, to be ready to fight, man. Provoking them to fight. That's why he said in Ezekiel 38 he was going to put hooks into the Russians' jaw. So the Lord is mustering the host to the battle, man. Verse 5, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of the earth, even Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his weapons of indignation. See that? These missiles are the Lord's weapons of indignation. Because what it's going to do? To destroy the whole land. Those missiles are going to destroy the whole land of Babylon the Great, man. And these are the Lord's weapons. These are the Lord's missiles. He created the smith. We just read it. He put the spirit on Esau to create these weapons, man. He gave him the technology and the knowledge to make these weapons, man. Because these are his weapons of indignation. Let's get this in another translation just to make it plain. New Living Translation, he says, they come from a distant country. From distant countries. It's talking about those intercontinental ballistic missiles we read in 2nd Esdras 16. They're going to be shot from one end of the earth, even to the other end of the earth. They come from distant countries. From beyond the farthest horizons. They are Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's weapons to carry out his anger. See that? These thermonuclear missiles are his weapons to carry out his anger, not ours. His anger, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's anger, man. With them, he will destroy the whole land. See that? With the weapons the Lord is using, is going to destroy the whole land of Babylon the Great, man. Good News Translation, he says, they are coming from far off countries at the ends of the earth. See that? We just read 2nd Esdras, man. It's plain, man. These missiles are going to be shot from one continent to the other continent. That's why they call intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. In his anger, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is coming. See that? The Lord is going to be coming in the midst of World War III as well, man. To devastate the whole country. That alone should have you to repent to the Lord, man. Cut out all the wickedness you're doing, man. Smoking weed and committing adultery and eating these shrimp, crab, and pork and lobster and all these abominable things you're doing, man. Being harlots, worshiping other gods. That alone, man, should have you to repent to the Lord, especially you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. Because this is not a far off thing that's going to happen in another 10 years. Esau speaks that way, but he's not in control. Or they could go to World War III in the next 3 years. Or China can go into Taiwan in the next 3 years. Esau has no control over what's coming on the earth, man. He's a pawn in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's hand. He has no power. He is set up to do the will of the Lord, man. That's it. And once you come to grips with that, you will understand the scriptures, man. Esau has no power over the earth. He is used as a pawn in the on the Lord's left-hand side to elude the Lord's wickedness, man, that he wants to be done. And the Lord, we know the Lord is not wicked. I ain't speaking of the Lord being wicked, but he has Satan on his left-hand side control the wickedness of the earth. And Esau is a pawn in his hand. This is Isaiah 14, and I'm going to drop down to verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of his father, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So this is the end of Esau's reign. Because the Lord has him set up to be destroyed, man. For I will raise up against them, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So the Lord is going to wipe away Esau's bloodline after that first 1,000 years, but he's going to be destroyed out of rulership. None of his family members are going to be in any power in the world to come. I will also make it a possession for the bittern, and that's talking about these desert creatures, and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction. See that? The besom of destruction is that when a missile goes up into when it first hits, it goes up into a mushroom cloud, and then it blows out, and it sweeps the land, man. And I might not be describing it just the way it's going to happen, but that's the mindset that Isaiah was speaking of, man. The words he was speaking that nuclear mushroom is going to blow out, and you can go and watch the they got all that shit on YouTube. All you gotta do is put in nuclear destruction, and you can see how the mushroom cloud forms and how it blows out, and this is what it's describing. The besom of destruction, like a sweeping agent, is going to sweep the whole land. Let me get this in another translation just to make it even plainer. And he says right here, he says, I will make Babylon a desolate place of isles filled with swamps and marshes. I will sweep the land with the broom of destruction. See that? When that missile hits, it's going to blow out like a broom. Because the Lord compared it the Lord compared it, I will sweep the land with the broom of destruction. See that? It's gonna blow out, man. So when you know what I'm saying, you see them cartoons and they sweeping a broom and that dust kick up, that's exactly what he's explaining, man. That broom will kick up that dust, you know what I'm saying? You've done it, you sweeping this shit, you see that dust come up. But that's what it's comparing it to, man. I will sweep the land with the broom of destruction. I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of heaven's armies, have spoken. See, the Lord has already told you this is going to happen. We have to be obedient to his word to let the people know it's coming, man. And we have done that, man. Let me read this in a Good News translation. I will turn Babylon into a marsh, and owls will live there. I will sweep Babylon with a broom that will sweep everything away. Plain. The destruction from the nuclear missiles or to sweep everything away, man. I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Almighty, have spoken. See, the Lord has already spoken this, man. It's going to happen. And there's not going to be no one going to turn the Lord's mind to believe in this place can go on or can be healed. It's already written this place cannot be healed, man. The Lord is not going to change his mind on Babylon the Great. This is Isaiah 24 and 18. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from for the windows from on high are open, and that's those the atmosphere, the ionosphere, and the Van Allen belt is going to be open for these missiles to be traveling from one continent to the other continent. The windows on high are going to be open for those missiles to be shot from one continent to another continent, man. And the foundations of the earth do shake. This is heavy, man, because the Lord has He set it up beautifully for Esau to be destroyed, man. He set it up beautifully. He says, "For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake." And that's how we know the Lord is going to have the angels controlling those missiles, man. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. So when those missiles hit ground zero in different places of the earth, it's going to shake the earth, man. The waters, the earth. And that's why I said it's going to be an earthquake. A great earthquake hitting. He said, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. See, the earth, when those missiles hit, is going to shake the earth, man. It's going to reel to and fro. It's going to roll. It's going to roll back and forth, man. And shall be moved like a cottage. See, islands are going to be moved out of their places, man. The transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again, man. So this is the judgment the Lord has put in place for Babylon the Great, man. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. See, this is all going to happen simultaneously, man. This is all going to happen at the same time, man. And we're living in beautiful times, man. Because the Lord is going to have the men of the Lord, the elect, beamed up to see this happen. The elect are going to see the Lord beam us up to see, Lord willing, I endure to the end. But he's going to beam the elect up for them to see the destructions, man. The destruction of Babylon the Great and various other places, man. That's the missiles are going to hit. Because those missiles are going to be shot from one end to the other earth, even to the other end, man. This is Jeremiah 50. And I just want to get the point. I'm going to start at 11. He says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyer of my heritage. He's talking about these heathens and the Edomites especially. He says, because ye are grown fat as a heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Slow down, man. Your mother shall be sore confounded. It's talking about Great Britain. That's the mother of Babylon the Great. He says, she that beareth you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it shall not be inhabited. See that? It's not going to be inhabited. It's going to be a desert, a dry land. It's talking about Babylon the Great, man. But it shall be wholly desolate, completely destroyed. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. And we're reading the plague, man. Those missiles are a plague. It says, put yourself in array against Babylon round about, and the nations are going to do this. Because you just heard Russia just said they're going to give the weapons to the America's enemies and NATO's enemies to shoot into their lands. Put yourself in array against Babylon around about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. See, all the missiles they're going to be shot off, man. For she have sinned against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See, the Babylon the Great has sinned against the Lord, man. And it's all because of what they did to the children of Israel, man. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See that? This is going to be the vengeance of the Lord, man. Take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. So the other nations are going to get revenge, man. They're going to get payback. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle, and the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. And see, these nations that are in Babylon the Great, your Chinese, Koreans, they're going to go back to their own land when they see that the Lord is not going to make this place prosperous anymore, man. And they're doing that on a low level now, man, because it's starting to get bad in Babylon the Great. They say having all these migrants come in. People are fleeing, man. They're already fleeing. But it's soon to have nowhere to run, man, because the judgment is going to be over the entire earth. The missiles might not hit all over the earth, but the judgment is going to be all over the earth. There's nowhere to run, man. And that's why we continue to warn our people, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, to repent to the Lord, man. He is your only way out. This is Jeremiah 49, get the point. And I'm going to just get to start at verse 12. It says, For thus say Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Talking to you Edomites, man. The Israelites went into captivity and was judged by the Lord. You don't think you're going to be judged by the Lord? These elite bankers and these upper echelons of society, you don't think you're going to taste the wrath of the Lord? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt drink of it. And that's that cup of oppression, that cup of slavery, that cup of shit. The cup is so full, you can go through a list of things that cup holds. But let me continue on. It says, For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that Basra shall become a desolation. See that? The Lord has sworn by itself that Basra, meaning where the capital of Edom, which is America now, the modern day America, is a modern day Basra as well. It's going to be a wholly desolate, man. A reproach, a waste, and a curse. And that's where we at now, man. In Babylon the Great, Basra, Nineveh, all these places are wrapped in one, man. That's why the cup is so full. It says, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. See, everything is going to be destroyed here, man. And that's what we're warning our people from, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See that? We've got the mysteries. The men of the Lord are bringing these lessons out to you, teaching you the truth. And an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. And that's what the nations are doing, man. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and thy pride have, it's like in the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. Talking about these Edomites, man. And what this money is, I ain't even got to say it, man. It's June. That holdest the heights of the hill, though thou shouldest made thy nest as the high as the eagle. The symbol of America is an eagle. I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Also shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. See that? Those missiles are going to tear Babylon the Great up, man. And Edom shall be a desolation. And that's what we're telling you, man. This place is going to be a desolation because this is modern day Edom, man. Basra. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. And what we just said, this place is, Babylon is very prideful, and the people are very prideful. And they label their day, their month, pride. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. See that? What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? For their pride. And the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, no man shall abide there. No man is going to abide here. Neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So this place is slated for desolation. Edom's kingdom is slated for desolation. It's slated to be destroyed, man. Utterly wasted. And we can see it through the spirit. It's happening, man. The things that we've been prophesying, starting from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, we're starting to see it come to fruition, man. We see it come to pass, man. This is in Revelation 16:16. It says, and he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. That's the armies. The armies are already gathered, man. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, it is done. Man, this place is ready, man. World War III, the Battle of Armageddon, is done, man. It's prepared. We're here. And there were voices of thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake. See that? A great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. What do you think that earthquake is going to come from? So mighty an earthquake and so great. The great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before power to give unto her the cup of the wine of his furiousness of his wrath, of the fierceness of his wrath. And we know what those earthquakes are he's speaking about. And every island fled away. See, we read that in Isaiah 24. Nations are going to be moved out of the way, man. These islands are going to be moved. Every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. See, the mountains are going to be destroyed, man, once these missiles hit, man. It's going to be just utterly destroyed, man. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. See that? Talk about the weight of the missiles, man. And men blasphemed power because of the plague of the hail. See that? The missiles are the plagues, man. They're going to come out of heaven. They're going to be shot from one end to the end of the earth, even to the other end of the earth. And they blaspheme power because of the plague of the hail. See that? That plague of hail is those nuclear missiles, man. For the plague thereof is exceedingly great. See that? These missiles are going to be great, man. It's going to be great destruction coming out of these missiles, man. And that's the warning, man. And we get to the point, man, that the Lord was going to take us off the highways and byways and off the internet, man. Because we've prophesied the return of our Lord and the destruction. Everything has been spoken into fruition, man. Everything has been spoken to come to pass. This is Revelation 6 and starting in verse 12. It says, and I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. See that? A great earthquake. And we just read about the earthquakes. The great earthquake in Revelation 16, man. It's talking about the thermonuclear missiles, man. That's what's going to cause great earthquakes. You have earthquakes that happen, you know what I'm saying? They say on the what do you call that? On the fault lines and stuff. This earthquake is going to be caused by the thermonuclear missiles. There was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she has shaken of a mighty wind. And heaven, and it's like, let me slow down. The heaven departed as a scroll. See that? The heaven departed as a scroll. See that? Great earthquake is going to be the missiles falling, man, on the earth. It's going to create a scroll. And it is rolled together, mushroom cloud. And every mountain and island will move out of their places. We just read this in Revelation 16. The islands and the mountain are going to be destroyed, man. The island is going to be moved out of the way, and the mountains are going to be destroyed, man. And the king of the earth, and the great men, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains. So that's talking about those bunkers, man. They're gonna flee away to the bunkers, man. Every free man, everyone that's not gonna be in that check gonna try to get to a bunker, man. So Russia got those bunkers for their whole nation, man. And these elite building bunkers. You got your Amazon and I forgot his name. Facebook owner. They got all bunkers, man. And they're gonna hide themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. See that? The wrath of the Lamb. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to come in the midst of World War III. He's gonna pop up, man. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? See, no one is going to be able to stand against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And that's what we want our people, man. If you don't get right with the Lord, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. There's no other way around repenting. It ain't going to be because you fed homeless people or you was doing good at church. And no, man, you got to repent to the Lord, man. Let me get one more scripture and I'm going to end it. This is Revelations 15:2. He says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, standing on a sea of glass. See, the sea of glass is going to be the chariot, looking down on the destruction of Babylon the Great, man. Having the harps of power. And that's what the hopeful elect are going to be doing in those chariots, man. Looking down on that sea of glass, seeing the destruction of Babylon the Great, man. So Lord willing was edifying. I'm going to end it there. Shalom. Shalom.